If you watched any of my previous videos, you probably already know where I stand on the red pill community. Well, in this video, I'm going to break down what the red pill mentality is and my thoughts on the red pill community itself. Well, if you don't know, the red pill term comes from the movie The Matrix. You take the blue pill, you stay in Wonderland, and you live a life of lies. You take the red pill, and you wake up and see the horrible truth. Now, in the movie The Matrix, the horrible truth was humanity was taken over by AI and they were enslaved in the Matrix. In this case, the blue pill is the belief that men dictate the dating market, and as long as you're a nice guy, you'll find the right woman for you. The red pill is belief that women dictate the market and they basically value you on your ability to provide. Whew, that's a tough pill to swallow, but I understand where they're coming from. Women want men who can provide. And when you think of providing, you think of money, and then it all kind of makes women look a little shallow. Some in the red pill community would argue that women are even more shallow than men, but I disagree. Men and women are just as equally as shallow when it comes to finding a partner. However, we don't discourage women for having their standards the way we discourage men for having theirs. For instance, if a girl goes online and posts that she wants a six-figure man, it's, yeah, girl, we don't mess with broke niggas. But if a guy posts online how he wants a girl under 150, he would get dragged all over the internet. That's why a lot of guys think women's shallowness is worse, is because it goes unchecked. I can make a whole video on that, but I've only scratched the surface of what the red pill mentality is. So now that you have awakened yourself to the shallow society that we live in, you now know how society views you and you know how to maneuver within it. Why is this important? If you're a guy who's 5'7", no real muscles, and making $12 an hour, you have to know how society views you, and in particular, how women see those type of men. So let's say you're that guy and you're trying to get this girl you like. You're doing all the right things. You're buying her flowers. You're telling her she's beautiful, but she still doesn't want to take things to the next level. But hey, you're a patient guy and she'll come around. And wouldn't you believe it? She's with James now. Oh, you know James. You know 6'5" James that everybody likes. He just got a management position at your job. And you sitting there thinking, how the hell did this happen? I've been talking to this girl for 6 months and I haven't even gotten a kiss. Truth is, you weren't what she was looking for. And you want to be mad at her, but look at James. He looks like Thor. You look like Rocket. Who wouldn't pick James? Unfortunately, this is what happens with a lot of men, and that's why the red pill community is growing rapidly. Now, in that scenario, it would make sense to demonize the woman for not giving the poor guy a chance, right? But let's think about this for a moment. In the movies, you got the main character who's not particularly masculine, but he's witty, intelligent, funny. And the girl he likes is with this tall guy who's real popular and filled with muscles. But then on the downside, he's arrogant, cocky, and not the brightest. But see, in reality, the popular guy is not always a jerk. He might actually be a very nice guy as well. See, movies have to downplay the athletic, popular guy because otherwise it wouldn't make sense why the hot girl in school would pick the skinny, nerdy kid. So if you got a guy who's very attractive and then you got a guy who's not so attractive, if both of them treat women well, who will the women pick? They're gonna pick the attractive guy. Hell, they probably picked him as soon as he walked in the room. Taking the red pill is accepting how things are and knowing there's some battles you're not going to win. Now, if you're unattractive or not very wealthy, does this mean there's just no hope for you? No, and this is why ultimately the red pill mentality can be very helpful. It's all about self-improvement. You want a better chance with women? You hit the gym. You focus on your career. Stop letting women walk all over you. You see a lot of these red pill channels and these guys are in shape. They bout their money and they don't let women take advantage of them. It's about gaining power in the dating market. It's about recognizing that, hey, I may not be in a favorable position, but there are things that I can do to improve my situation. When you got man boobs and you're driving a 20-year-old car, the harsh truth is that being a nice guy may not cut it in the dating market. But you don't get upset at this situation. Instead, you focus on the things that can increase your value in the dating market. Now, here's where the red pill community gets a bad rep. They are often confused with the men going their own way community. Now, those guys just say screw women altogether and they're just doing their own thing. They're basically incels. Red pill doesn't dismiss women or get mad at the rules. They just learn how to navigate within the system. Red pill mentality teaches you not to play the victim, meaning you don't get mad if a woman wants a man with 6 figures. Instead, you go and get 6 figures and then come back and tell them what you require. That's really what the red pill is all about. It's about accepting the reality of the situation. If women have shallow wants, that's fine. Let's not pretend that men don't have shallow wants as well. I've yet to find a straight man who isn't enamored by the female beauty. That's why makeup sales are through the roof. But you can't be missing half your teeth but then be too good for the girl with the hunchback. Red pill mentality is fixing your teeth first and then maybe you can decide you're too good for the hunchback lady. Here's where the red pill mentality can be toxic. You can acknowledge that women inherently want men of wealth and power, but that doesn't make up 100% of their DNA. It puts guys in this unhealthy mindset that every woman is looking for a quick come up. You can never truly appreciate women because you believe that they only like you because of what you have and not who you are. A lot of red pill guys think every woman would cheat on them for a Birkin. Yes, there are women who will do that, but that is not the majority. There's good, kind women out there. They just so happen to want a guy who can provide as well. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with a woman wanting a man who has a good job or being a certain height. I just hope that they are not valuing those things over a man who is loyal, dependable, and caring. Now you can have both. This isn't a either or scenario, but know that someone like that is in high demand. So you better be bringing something to the table. Now you can be choosy when you got your shit together, but if you out of shape and you got a job that doesn't pay well, then homie, you better take what you can get. I might think there's something wrong with this way of thinking, but look at it like this. If women didn't require men to be providers, where would that leave men? Y'all think men would be trying to elevate themselves if it wasn't what women wanted? If women didn't want men of wealth and power, there might not be any male millionaires. Honestly, I don't even think men care about money like that. I don't. If a man could get any woman he wants with no job, living in his mother's basement, he'd do it. As long as a guy's basic needs are met, food, shelter, clothing, they don't give a damn about money past that. The only reason men acquire wealth is because that's what women want. You ever see a couple go shopping for a house? It's the woman who makes all the decisions. That man don't care about that house. He's just looking for a spot to set up his game system. And you can always tell when a house has a female touch because it's very well decorated. He don't care about decorating that house. And if he does decorate the house, it's only to impress women. So if you really think about it, it's a necessary balance of life. So if you ask me, am I taking the red pill or the blue pill? I'm taking the red pill with a sprinkle of blue. Because deep down, I know all women want a man who can provide. However, they also want someone who is loving, caring, and dependable. It's a package deal. When you date someone, you get the intangibles and the intangibles. Resources alone isn't enough. Personality alone isn't enough. I think women are 50-50 on that. Shit, I ain't even touch on looks. Alright, it might be 50% resources, 25% looks, 25% personality. Yeah, that's pretty much how I think women value men. Oh, I know I touched a nerve on this one. Let me know what you thought of the video. What points did you agree with? What points did you disagree with? Leave your comments below and let me know what you thought. If you got anything out this video, hit that like button. This is Agree to Disagree. I'm out.